How to be more calm and happy. I want to share some things today that have helped me a lot. So if you want to know what it is, stay tuned. Hi and welcome to today's video. My name is Freya. I'm an aspiring minimalist and I love to look for ways to stay healthy. And I think a really important aspect of staying healthy is also keeping your mind healthy. Mindset is definitely so important. Here are some things that have helped me a lot. Number one is stop giving a blank, whatever you want to fill in there. I read a book a while ago. It was The Subtle Art of Not Giving a blank, blank, blank. I'm not going to use the word, by Mark Manson. I love the book because it was just along the lines, if you can actually train yourself to not care too much about what everyone else thinks, it's gonna really take your life in a whole different direction. If we all admit and are really honest about it, we always worry so much about what others think, what others say. What are they going to say about me? Is it something I should do? What is my family gonna think? What are my friends gonna think? What is anyone gonna think? Even putting videos on YouTube, what are people gonna think? And when you come to this point of really not caring too much what others say, it really changes your life's trajectory. As a professional performing artist, I actually used to be very shy when I started out. However, in the past 20 years or so, being on stage has taught me that nothing bad's gonna happen. As a matter of fact, there were a lot of positive comments, and that really changed my mindset to, think more positive about myself. And we're gonna get to the next point here in just a minute, but really stop caring. And I know it's easier said than done, but just tell yourself no one actually cares as much as you think they do, especially if it's not someone in your family. And even your family, the thing is that no one has to live your life except you. So it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. We always think that if someone thinks it's the wrong thing that we're doing, we're not sure of it anymore. We suddenly think, well, maybe it is not right. But what if you have made up your mind ahead of time and then just someone else creeps in? Just because someone says one thing, all of a sudden everything you've decided and you're so sure about is just all gone. So try to always tell yourself, I'm the only one who has to live my life. I'm the only one who's in my own body. I'm the only one who has to deal with the consequences of my decisions. So it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. Number two is, in order to not care so much anymore what anyone thinks, you need to build your confidence. And I think it is a great idea to start writing down whenever someone says something good about you. Whenever you have something good about you, say about yourself, write down all the good things that you have, all your good sides. There are definitely negative sides, but here is the thing. I always think of it like that. The great things are things I want to do more of, and the not so great things are things I want to work on. So although I'm never going to achieve perfection, I can always try to take one other thing that I need to work on and just put in some more work, or learn something, or work on myself, change my attitude, and then I can make it better. Just because something I do isn't great, that doesn't mean I'm not a great person. And you have to tell yourself, you have to separate out you as a person, as your character, and what you do, or like what your attitude is. Those are things that can be changed. Your personality, however, should not be changed. You need to be you, because if you're not you anymore, you're not going to be happy and no one's going to be happy around you. So really work on your confidence by telling yourself all the time what is great about you. And the next thing is affirmations. I have started doing that a long time ago, actually. It's been probably 3 years. Writing down affirmations and reciting them to yourself as if it were already true. For example, I am a successful businesswoman. That has actually come true. Or I have my dream van that I've always wanted. I have it now. When I started that affirmation, I didn't have it yet. And so there have been a lot of things that I just by writing down the affirmations, I start believing it myself, and it really makes me happy to think about the things I'm going to have or I'm going to do. And you know, sometimes it's not even about having more, sometimes it's actually about having less. You know, being an aspiring minimalist, I dream of even less, of having more space. And I put that in my affirmations of, I have decluttered my life. I have a lot of space. I have lots of time to do nothing. And you know, it is slowly coming true just because I'm telling myself those things all the time. The next point that I think is really important in order to make you more calm and happy is significance. We all have a need to feel significant. So when you have a feeling you're not really contributing to either your family or maybe a job or anything in the world, if you feel kind of useless and there's no point of why should I get up in the morning, that could be a really bad thing, and that could cause you to be quite unhappy with yourself and to also be restless, and that is not a good place to be. So look for significance and look for people who make you feel significant. And maybe your kids, definitely they need you. It may be your spouse. Maybe you need to talk to your spouse and tell him you need to hear certain things every once in a while or every day in order to feel better, because it helps you a lot. And even if you don't have a person telling you that you're significant, start doing something that makes you feel like you're making a difference in the world. To me, it makes a huge difference. Having the feeling even that I contributed something to one single person's life, even by making these videos right here, I have gotten several messages of people who told me that one of my videos has made a difference. It may be a small difference, but even any difference makes a difference to me. If I know I have done something good to brighten up someone's day, either to be entertaining or to give something valuable, then that gives me a feeling of significance. And even doing YouTube could give you a feeling of significance. Now be careful, of course, YouTube, there's this culture, there are sometimes negative comments on my main channel, my singing channel. Oh my goodness, there are people who think they have all these opinions out there. So, I mean, to do that, you have to have like a thick skin really, but significance is so important, and look for a way to feel more significant in life. The next point that is really important is to come up with a coping strategy for whenever there's stress that's coming on, that's hitting you. There are always situations coming up like that with your kids or your spouse or whatever, work. In stressful situations, we're sometimes not ourselves. And so I have come up with a coping mechanism. For example, when my daughter and me, we start having stress, like when, for example, she gets all upset because of her homework and she's like, I don't understand, and she starts freaking out. If I just join her in that mindset of freaking out, it's not gonna get better. So what I do when I feel that emotion coming up of, I wouldn't get all like, God, just do it. What I do, I take 3 deep breaths. I smile, because I don't know, for me, smiling, just doing it makes me feel better. So I just do this. 1, smile, be friendly. It's just a small thing. Smile, be friendly. Everything is okay. Smile, be friendly. Maybe step away. And you know, if that doesn't help, I literally step away. I try to refrain from, even when I get emails or interact with someone, when I feel that I'm very emotional, I step away. I don't answer in that emotion, because I'm not being reasonable in that moment. I'm in the emotion. When I'm in the emotion, I say stuff I don't want to really say. I do stuff I don't really mean to do. And so it's a good idea to have a coping mechanism in place, like a strategy. What am I going to do when stress hits me and I'm about to freak out? And we all get to that point. I don't know, if you're human, probably you get to that point sometimes. I do. I'm a very calm and very happy person, but even I get to this point. You know, like the dog just puked and my daughter is freaking out, and then there's a bunch of friends and they left everything lying around, or they broke something that was mine. I could be like, oh, and so, you know, it's sometimes not easy to stay calm, but in those moments I tell myself, you know, you're in the emotion. Don't do anything right now while you're in the emotion. That's my coping mechanism. And my daughter has even learned that already. When she feels like she's deep in the emotion, she steps away and she takes a minute. She goes out the room or goes to her room, takes a couple of minutes, and then she comes back, and usually she doesn't even remember why she was so upset. She was just caught in the emotion. I taught her that, and she's really good already at, okay, Mom, and then she stomps and she walks off, and then when she comes back, we can talk, and I say, do you feel better now? And then she says, yes, I feel better now. It's like, okay, that's good. Can we just talk reasonably now? The two of us, even probably I might have freaked out too, and then one of us just has to distance. And then a lot of times we figure things out within just a couple of minutes and we talk about it. And it's like, okay, can we just be reasonable? Can we talk about it? Can we find a way to solve this? Okay. And then I love you. Let's hug. And lastly, this is something that has helped me so much to stay calm and to be overall just happy. And that is just letting go. Let go. I mean, let it go. For example, why are you holding on to a grudge? Is that doing you any good? No. I always say holding a grudge against someone just costs me a lot of energy. It's not gonna do anything to them. So it's not harming them, it's not benefiting them, but it is harming me. So why should I hold a grudge against someone? It is so much easier just to let it go. Let it go. Even, like you don't have to be their friend. You can keep your distance, but just don't hold a grudge. I always tell myself, every human being deserves that basic level of respect of just being another fellow human being. It doesn't even matter what they did. Just that basic respect of, okay, you're a human being, you're alive, you have a right to be here, you have a right to feel something, and you have a right to have an opinion. Now, no judging that's right or wrong, no scrutinizing. It's just this basic level of, respecting. Okay, you exist, and I respect that. And then if things don't work out between me and someone, let it go. I don't have to be best friends. And even when there's someone I do have to deal with, I tell myself, I don't have to be right. It's okay. I may think and know for sure I'm right. I don't have to prove that to anyone. Why do I have to prove that to anyone? I don't have to. So, okay, I'll just say, okay, you're right. I'm not going to lie and say someone's right if I don't think so, but I'll just say nothing. I'll just like, okay, I heard you, and I respect your opinion. I have a different opinion, but okay, leave it at that. Let's not go there. So if it's something, just letting go and actually even letting a person go or letting something go that you want to be right about, oh my goodness, just exhale and let it go. So these are some of the ways that help me a lot to stay calm and happy, but especially stop caring so much about everyone else around you, except for your family, but stop caring so much about what they think. Be yourself and be happy with being yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you have not already. If you want more videos about minimalism, mindset, cleaning, organizing, decluttering your life. I hope you have a wonderful week and that I will see you soon.